with the Vice President for Institutional Advancements and Chief Operating Officer, Dr. Hairston. And we're going to be discussing, being that this is the celebration of the 150th year of St. Augustine's University, we're going to be discussing some of the elements and key factors that go into receiving funds and help from alumni, community members, as far as keeping the campus up and the improvements updated.
Okay, sure. Well, good morning, and I'd like to say thank you for this opportunity to have a chance to discuss the fundraising initiatives here at St. Augustine's University. As you stated, this is our sesquicentennial. We are celebrating 150 years of the founding of St. Augustine's University, and along with that celebration, we've also had a year-long celebration of fundraising, and gift giving to the universities, both individuals' time, their talents, and their treasures. And so we have embraced our alumni, we have challenged our alumni, we've challenged our community and embraced our community to give their generous donations to the universities to further the efforts of St. Augustine's University. We are happy to report that in the 2016-2017 year, we raised a total of $2,075,709.66 in cash donations.
That is wonderful.
That is great. In addition to that, you may have seen that our sponsored research, which are our contracts, our grant dollars, our dollars from the federal government and some private foundations, was a little over $5 million last year. So in total, we raised, through all of our efforts of faculty and staff, and then through our efforts of the fundraising team that we have here at St. Augustine's, a total of $7 million. Now, let's cull that down a little bit and talk about the $2 million and why that's important to the university. Our strategy on last year was to go after those donations for unrestricted funds. We needed kind of the flexibility in that pot of money in order to do some renovations and repairs on the campus of St. Augustine's University. And I'm happy to report that we were able to go into Weston Hall, our female dormitory for freshman women, and do some renovations to the kitchenettes. We were able to go in and upgrade 10 bathrooms to modernize them, to modernize the fixtures, to modernize the mirrors, the basins, the showers, so that it's a nice environment for our students. Our goal this year is to continue those fundraising efforts, continue pushing for unrestricted dollars to help the university, and to complete that project in Weston Hall, and then move to Latham Hall to do the same thing for the men.
Okay, in regards to the two dormitories, I know you said the kitchenettes, the bathrooms are updated. Are there any things that you're getting as far as student inputs, any things other than that they're looking for to update?
Sure. At the beginning of the school year, summer months, August, September, we did a survey of our students, our student leaders, and our residents of our dormitories. And they were pretty forthcoming and pretty explicit on the things that they would like to see in the dormitories. For example, we have, from the surveys, of course, the kitchenettes, microwaves were a big one.
Okay.
Making sure that we had kind of the living and learning space. And so, like in Latham Hall, for example, we went in and cleaned out the former furniture that was there so that we could replace that with new furniture. And so we've ordered new furniture that's built for a dormitory, that is comfortable for students to sit on, and will be durable and last for a long time here at St. Augustine's University. We did the same thing with an order for the female dormitories in Weston Hall, because the lady said that they would like kind of their living and learning space, their learning space to be more conducive and like lounges. So we went in and cleaned those spaces out, removed some of the old furniture, ordered new furniture. The one thing that we just didn't have the advantage of was time. So when we placed the order for the furniture, it was during the late summer months, and this is actual furniture that has to be custom built for our space. And so we're in the process now of trying to get the firm to finish the build of that furniture so we can get it delivered here on campus. There's one other project in Weston Hall. Weston Hall is one of our dorms that was built in the 80s, late 80s, early 90s. Construction was completed, and there was. We're still dealing with the same elevators that are in that building. So what we've done this year is an elevator modernization project, and so we're having 2 new elevators installed. The project has taken a lot longer than we anticipated, but that's due to some regulatory things, as far as inspections from the fire inspector, the city code, things of that nature.
Okay, I have another question. I know with technology advancing, do you have like a online layout or anything like that where students or alumni could look at to kind of view what the future space would look like?
So we don't have any layouts of what the space would look like as far as diagrams. What we've done in our fundraising efforts are we have a series of posters. We call them old school, new school. The old school shows how the dormitories look at this present time in some of those spaces. And the old school tie-in that we are using for alums is, it's like, hey, remember this space when you were here at St. Augustine's University? This is how it looked. The new school is, it's pictures of the new bathrooms, the new living space, the new learning space. It says, this is the furniture that we'd like to place in this space. This is what the new bathrooms look like. This is the new school. This is the direction that we're moving in. But we need your help to assist us. So in addition to the dollars that I have in my budget for operations and renovations, we'd like for you as an alum, as a stakeholder, as a community partner with the university to give us your donation towards unrestricted dollars to help us to move to the new school. And so our goal there with this campaign is to gather dollars that are given to the university in order to move those spaces forward and renovate them. And it's been a good program. We've had churches to embrace us. We've had fellow alums to embrace us for donations. So now we're in the process of trying to make sure we steward those donors, thank them for their gifts, and show them how we've used their dollars.
That sounds great, because there's always important to involve the community, because when you don't involve the community, that could be some help you can get from alumni and also local businesses.
Sure.
And so I think that's wonderful.
I think one of the keys to fundraising is to make sure that you embrace all individuals in the community. And I thought you were going to talk about or ask a question about our online presence for giving, because we're going to have a program this year which is a text to give program.
Okay.
And as a part of our text to give program, we're going to have a Giving Tuesday. So on November 28th of 2017, everyone in the entire world will have an opportunity to give to St. Augustine's University online.
Okay.
So we will have an online presence where you can text, but for those individuals who we know are old school and like to write a check, we have a program just for them, so they can write a check to St. Augustine's University.
I know you spoke of Giving Tuesday, and I know Dr. Ward, when they do the National College HBCU Giving Day, Dr. Ward did attend that. As far as that goes, are y'all looking for any outside sponsors? I know Roland Martin, he was at a conference with him concerning that. Are y'all doing anything on that level this year, or are you trying to do more community with the Giving Day?
So we have broadened our base, and as a part of broadening our base, have reached outside of not only the walls of St. Augustine's University, outside of the walls of the community of Southeast Raleigh. We've kind of branched out into the world. And here's what I mean by that. So we have realized the importance of diversifying our donor base, and so to that end, what we have done is to reach out to our alums, our stakeholders that are in other states, and we've provided a mechanism for them to be able to provide donations to the university. We've eased that avenue, so to speak. We've opened up the avenue and made it easier for them to be able to give to the university. And some of this is very targeted, because we send some 9,000 mailings out to individuals that provide information about the university to provide donations.
Okay, so I know that you have the Envision SAU here. You can hold that up. And a lot of students are very excited about the hospital, the idea of it being renovated.
Sure. So we're excited about that. We have had with church with assistance from the Episcopal Church. We are in the process now of looking at reimagining that space so that it comes back to life. And a part of that coming back to life is here in North Carolina, is in Raleigh, is the Envision St. Agnes Hospital exhibition and fundraiser. So from Wednesday, October 25th through roughly January 5th of 2018, at the Block Gallery, you can go down there and see some of the artwork related to St. Agnes. You can also participate in some of the fundraising that's going on around the art that has been created that will be sold. And it's a great way for the community of Raleigh, North Carolina to embrace St. Augustine's University through St. Agnes Hospital.
I think that's great, and I know a lot of students are looking forward to those renovations due to the great history we study about it.
Absolutely.
Okay.
We've got two other things I'd just like to talk about real quick.
Great.
So we have a Raleigh pre-game brunch. So our rival, Shaw University, we play them on November 4th. To celebrate, commemorate the 150th anniversary of the founding of St. Augustine's University, we will have on that Saturday from 9 to 11 at the 21C Museum, which is a new hotel in Durham, downtown Durham, a pregame brunch. So it's a fundraiser. We ask our faculty, we ask our students to come out. We have a special price for you if you're a student, and if you're a faculty member, I've got a special price for a meal. You can come eat a nice hearty breakfast and fellowship for $20. If you're a student, $5, come on in.
Okay, $5.
$5 for a brunch. I'd like to get the students in, but I'd like for them to not only in careers to make connections.
Okay.
And then our final fundraiser for the year, because we have a series of fundraisers, is our Stone of Hope Gala, which is our big one every year. So this year it's May 11th. It's at the Sheraton Imperial Hotel and Convention Center. And so if you finish your finals and you're participating as a marshal or an usher or something like that with the graduation ceremonies and want to stick around and see a friend graduate, come by my office, get a ticket, and participate in the Stone of Hope Gala, because the funds from that gala, many of those dollars go into scholarship to help our students, and some of those dollars go into the operations to help the university. It's a great time. It's a good event to attend. It's one of those opportunities where, once again, you have an opportunity to meet some of our alums, some of our stakeholders, and make those connections early in your career.
Okay, that sounds great. I have one last question
Surely.
to ask, and anything else you would like to include,
Okay.
definitely please include it. Please just reiterate to our viewers how important it is for students to have scholarships, the big of a difference it makes for them to be able to go to school, go to college, and finish.
Sure. So a college degree is your avenue to success. It opens up many doors for you that wouldn't be open without that first degree. For some of our students, obtaining that degree is challenging not only on the academic side. Our students are very good. They get past the academics. It's the finance side. And so we find that many of our students need $3,000 to $5,000 to be able to enroll in school or complete the semester. And so what we have done is we have a targeted initiative around trying to raise scholarship dollars for our students. Our signature program is called the 1K program. It started out as a challenge between fraternities and sororities to see who could raise the most for bragging rights. That then bled over into classes, the class of 65 versus the class of 85, the class of 87 versus the class of 67. And so that good-natured, competitive spirit of our alums and friends helped us to raise over $120,000 last year for scholarship. And then we are very strategic with the scholarship committee in making sure that our students know that these funds are available, making sure that the students are selected to get the funds, and then getting the funds on the student's account. Then the last thing we do is tie in what we call stewardship. We teach our students about philanthropy and giving back. We make it a requirement that if you are a recipient of one of these scholarships, that you write a thank you letter to the donors to tell them, thank you for the dollars that you gave. Your dollars went towards my academic career and helped me to continue my education. It's a way to show them that the student is their dividend, and that dividend will pay off one day.
That's wonderful, and that is important to thank your donor, and they can show kind of that you're updating them, that you're using the money appropriately, and not just like, gave you money and you don't know what the student's doing with it. So I think that's wonderful.
Well, that accountability and transparency is extremely important. We work hard in this office to make sure that all of our donors get thank you letters, that they get tax letters at the end of the year, that they get gifts from us as they come on campus. So we try to make it a great experience for them. Even if you just pop into campus and it's one of the busiest days, we try to take a few moments to talk to our alums, tell them what's going on, and give them a gift from their alma mater. Make them feel good.
Is there anything else you would like to include?
Yeah, there is. I would like to say for our students that you too can participate in programs that raise dollars for the university. We have a Dollar for Scholar program that directly benefits our students. And so it's real simple. We have pledge cards and we have donation cards. What we ask the students to do is to take it to your church, take it to your YMCA, take it to your after-school program where you volunteer and work, and get the parents there, get the workers there to donate. A donation as small as $1 is great, a donation of $5, a donation of $20. And then what we do is we put those dollars in our larger scholarship pool, and they're used to help every student. Now, what do you get at the end of that donation? Well, we have a special Dollar for Scholars t-shirt, and we're going to have a Dollar for Scholars Day. And so those efforts will be led by our student leaders, specifically Trustee Kendrick Cunningham, who is a student trustee on the St. Augustine's University Board of Trustees. He will lead that effort along with, we have about 5 or 6 other student leaders, and they will kind of crank up our Dollar for Scholars effort. So stay tuned for that, look for that, participate in that. We're going to have a lot of fun as we do that.
Okay, that sounds great. And I think we had a great interview and we learned a lot of interesting things from Dr. Hairston. And we look forward to continue on in gathering funds for students to create new scholarships and keep our scholarships that we currently have going. So thank you so much for your time.
Absolutely. Thank you very much.